right? So missing work. So we're going to go over that turn-in procedure again today. I apologize to some of you who are doing fine, but there is a significant amount of people who are missing some sort of element of the turn-in process. So I want to make sure that you are getting that. There's a lot of people who turned off cameras. There's a lot of ceilings. And so I want to let you know, I am not grading work that is not submitted properly anymore, right? And so the reason for that is that if I can't see your work, I can't assess your work. And the only way you're going to get better in this class is for me to be able to give you feedback. So please make sure if you're off camera, you better be paying attention. Okay. So I'm going to go over one more time how to turn in your work. Okay. So first things first, right? You have your process portfolio, right? So you guys have your process portfolio. And remember that we have resources in this process portfolio to help you take good photos. So I have put in several of your turn-in assignments. If I have seen issues with your submissions, I have given you this link, right? I've already given you this link, but it's in your process portfolio. So you need to make sure that you use either your phone or your Chromebook, and that you make sure you have good lighting. A lot of people have dark shadows on their artworks, and it's going to be hard for me to be able to grade the detail or create value in future works if you have shadows on your artwork. So make sure you go somewhere that has good, even light. If you're at home, go by a big window, right? Maybe you have to go downstairs into a living room, right, and get out of your bedroom to take photos of your artwork. I personally go to my porch. I have a closed-in porch where I go and shoot my work. And when you position your work, make sure it's straight, right? When you take the picture, make sure that it's not crooked, right? I have a lot of people turning in work like this. I am no longer going to grade work that looks like that. It is expected that you are presenting your work in the best light possible, right? So no cast shadows, but also we want to make sure that your image is straight for presentation sake, right? We want to make sure it is the best it possibly can be. So it shouldn't be crooked, and you should crop out any extra information. Notice how you don't see the table, you don't see the floor underneath my artwork, right? So crop out the edges of it, right? So you need to, take better photos. So many of you in the grade book or on Canvas or in your slides, I've said reshoot. So I need you to do that today, right? If I've told you to reshoot, if you have D's and F's in the grade book, you need to reshoot, okay? And then you guys have templates, right? So you have idea generation for planning, you have for research, you have for sketches, practice, process, final, and reflection. These should never be used. They should just be copied and pasted at the end of your portfolio. So your artworks are going to be all in the order of completion. So we have our pre-instruction packet first, right? Then we have our graffiti, right? And so right now, you guys should have your observational drawing. So at the very end of your sketchbook should be your observational drawing that we've turned in. Notice how I've cropped the pictures. They're not crooked. There's limited shadows, right? We want it to be nice. Now this one I did crooked, right? So that you could see the angle in which I had the scissors in my picture, right? But for the most part, this images are straight, right? So you want to make sure that when you go to turn in an assignment, right? So the last assignment that was due was on Thursday, and it started with the toilet paper. Click, right? Everyone's looking? Click on the slide that needs to be turned in. I don't want the beginning of it. I don't want you to hit the gold share button. I want you to click the one that's the last one, right? And then go into the URL and copy it, right? So you can actually go file, right? Or excuse me, edit, copy, right? And then you'll go to Canvas to turn your work in, right? You'll go to Canvas to turn in your work. So when it comes to your work, your assignments are going to be in a to-do list on the right side, right? They also are located in the calendar, right? So in the calendar, same due dates, okay? Some people are starting to submit assignments into random assignments that we have not even been given. They're just populated in there from last semester. So let's look at modules for a second, right? Everyone look at modules. We haven't really gone over this, right? So it has the Zoom link, it has introductory materials, resources, right? And then we get to the lessons, the artworks we've been making. So I have a module for graffiti, right? And then I have our observational drawings that we've been doing, right? So any turn-ins, if you are for some reason having a hard time with turn-ins, make sure that you are in the proper module and those assignments are going to be listed there, right? We're going to move into contour next, right? So you can see I even labeled them 2, 3, 4, 5, and so you can see where we're going. But you want to make sure that you're turning things in the proper places. Okay, so if I have something that needs to be turned in, remember I've already copied the URL, right? So I'm going to go back here for a second. I clicked on the toilet paper, I copied the URL. Oop. Too many tabs open here. Okay, so that was do this one. I can submit this assignment by posting the URL, right? Don't find the Google folder. I want you to submit the URL and then your assignment is turned in,